All right, but here he said, who is a relative of vector? So a relative here, it's noun. So the word relative can be adjective or noun. Here it's a noun, right?
Okay.
Yeah, right. Just tell me. Now tell me, this is word, verb or noun?
Verb.
So it is a mean verb, so that's perfect. And how about this is word? What's it? Adjective or preposition or what?
Uh, it's not an adjective. Uh, it's not a noun, and it's not a verb. I forgot what it. I forgot the name.
Yeah, it's a preposition. It's called a preposition.
Okay.
Yeah, that is preposition. All right. Now let's go ahead. Okay. Of course, as you know, courage, it's a noun, curiosity, noun, or verb. Two, it's a number. Here, it's adjective to the noun qualities. You pronoun will find verb phrase. In my friends, it is prepositional phrase. And my adjective to the noun friends. Okay, so no problem. We are going to revise right now the part of sentence and then phrase, clause, and then to continue. But I will leave this chapter for you. Each chapter I will leave it for you because it's very easy. You can revise it alone, this part. Now we're going to start with number 2. Here, 14. Okay. So the part of sentence. This is diagnostic preview test. Let's skip it now. Now, as you know, Shaban, the sentence is consist of subject, verb, complements. We need the who did the action and what is the action and do we have complete meaning or not. So if we look at this one, was waiting by the door. Who was waiting by the door? Who? We don't know. So there is no subject. There is no subject. That means it lacks a subject. It lacks subject. That's we call it in English sentence fragment. So fragment means it's a part of sentence, not sentence. So we call it in English fragment sentence. But if I see this part in answer, it is called wrong. Why? Because
it has no subject.
Yeah, and because it's not sentence, because we have full stop, this part must be sentence. But that is a part. Right? If you want to make it sentence, you must add subject. So that is a trap. So we can add subject like that. The clerk was waiting by. So we have subject, we have verb. Again, right here, the room with the high ceiling. So the room is high ceiling. Okay, room subject, but there is no verb. That is a trap. There is no verb. If you add verb like that, the room glowed. So who or what glowed? The ceiling or the room or the sunset?
The room.
So it could be the room. That is a trap. Right. Now let's check. You have studied in the last years that if you start with subordinated conjunction like that, you need two clauses after the conjunction. Two clauses subject verb complement, subject verb complements. Okay, but this is subordinated conjunction. This is the first clause. Where is the comma? Where is the comma and second clause? There is no. That means this is one, it's a part of sentence, not a sentence.
Mm.
But if I make it like that, exit quietly after. He used the subordinated conjunction in the middle. So before we have sentence, after we have sentence. You would ask yourself, exit quietly. Exit quietly. Is this expression sentence?
It's it's I don't know.
Let's know. If that a sentence, it must have subordinated conjunction. Let's see. Do we have subordinated conjunction? Yes. If that clause and that clause. This one has subject and verb, correct? But this part, it's called in English command. I'm giving you order. Exit correctly, please.
Uh,
So I'm talking to you. So you is the subject. And the verb is the verb. So we have subject and verb. And then we have complements to complete the meaning. So this is part, it's already sentence. So if we are going to ask you command or request or something like that, we don't write the subject to you like that. Pause the ask for it, please. So pause here is a verb. And the subject is you. And it's a sentence. So we have full stop. Because that is already sentence. You catch it? Now do you understand? Yeah,
yes.
Sheldon, do you understand it now?
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, that is brilliant. Now let's go for the next. Now we are going to do it together to check is it sentence or not. I will send you this book and already have answers, all of these answers. But your job try to know how the answer is made. For example, is this part a sentence? No. Why? Because it does not have subject or verb. Do we have any verb here? Preposition, noun, conjunction, adverb, adjective, noun. There is no. So we need subject. Is there a verb? No. But that means this part, it's a fragment of sentence because it does not have subject or a verb. If that is fragment. Now let's check. Is this is a sentence? Try to guess.
It's not a sentence.
But we need to know why. Why? Because, yeah, let's have reasons. Here we have subordinated conjunction. Subordinated conjunction needs two clauses joined by a comma. There is no comma. We have only one clause. So all of this one clause. Where is the second? Where is the comma? So this is called fragment, so it's wrong. Now again, number 10. How you are. So who ask? Who ask who are you? There is no anyone saying who are you? Yes or no?
No.
Yeah, here for example, how you are. Who ask you? So there is no subject. But when I say Jennifer was asking, now it's clear how you are. If Jennifer was asking how you are. So I am telling you that Jennifer asked me. So Jennifer was asking how you are. So when you add subject and verb, it's going to be sentence, not fragment. You catch it? Yeah, Shadman, do you understand it?
Yes.
Now we need to test in. Is this part sentence or fragment? You can raise your voice.
It's a fragment.
So are you sure?
Yes,
It's a fragment. Why it's a fragment?
because we don't know who was romping along the shore this morning.
That means it lacks subject. That is the point that we need from you. How did you know that there is no subject? By logic. By meaning.
Because the sentence starts with a verb.
Uh, this is not the rule, but later we'll understand why by rules. We'll understand why rules why. But right now we know it by logic. By logic means just like by meaning. I don't know who. It's not written in the sentence who did it.
Hmm.
Let's see the next one. Now we are going to know more about what is subject and how the subject is made and what is predicate. Predicate means verb. Predicate means the verb or the verb phrase as we know in English. Now let's know. How can I know the subject? Always ask yourself who or what did the action. For example here, what ran? The lottery,
Telephone.
telephone, so telephone subject, and ran verb. And all of it complete sentence. Yes or no?
Yes.
So that's it. Now let's ask who or what is my aunt?
The woman wearing the red blouse.
Now, is it woman? Only woman? Or
No,
wearing?
it's the woman
No.
wearing the red blouse.
So it's only the woman. Why? Because who is my aunt? Wearing? No. Blouse? No. So it must be the noun one. You catch it?
Yes.
That is the point. Now let's find the subject. Who or what examined?
The eager scientist.
No, we need eager or scientist.
The scientist. Only scientist.
That's perfect. Now let's know. The subject must be pronoun or noun, nothing else. So the article, the adjective, and the eager adjective, and the preposition, adjective, noun. So it can be light, can be scientist, it can be cave. Now use logic. Who or what examines the cave? The scientist. If the scientist is the subject. Not cave, examine the scientist. Not light, examine the sign. How? You see? So here, scientist is subject and examine the verb. That's why.
Mm.
So this is the first technique of how to know the subject easily by using logic. But sometimes we don't use logic. Let's see something. Here, for example, on the table stood silver vase. What stood?
The the vase.
So vase is the subject. Yes or no?
Mm. Yeah, yes.
So that is the point what I'm telling you about it. Logically, what stood on the vase? So the vase. How can I say what stood on the vase? The table? No. So the
No.
vase is the table. It's logic. So here is the verb, and this here is the subject.
Mm.
It's a practice together by logic. We are studying the first technique by logic. Americans. What Americans did?
Uh, quilts. Kilts.
So yes, have made. So have made is a verb. But why not to be colonial? How colonial times are made? Americans made. But that means here is the subject and is the verb. Now let's see exactly what have been handed down.
Blocks and double done.
So that is a check. It's called the designs. Only the designs. Why? Because what have been handed down from generation to generation is the design. The designs, subject and the subject plural, the verb must be plural. Let's try again. Here, for example, what have stayed basically the same? The techniques, not a quoting, not a quoting techniques, only techniques is the subject. And the techniques plural. Now we test here. In number 10, what is the subject and the verb?
A dark background is the subject and chosen لا is the verb.
Are you sure?
Yes, is the verb and background is the subject.
So that is the point. Is chosen verb and the background only. And that complements to set of the brilliant. That is the point. And that is the first technique. And here more exercises you can answer it at home and you already have answered, no problem. Like that, possible answers. So how about subject? Let's know more about the subject. The subject in English writing can be simple subject like that. Who cheered the crowd? Okay. If I take the information behind the subject, all of it like that, this is complete subject. But in exam or in understanding, we don't need complete subject. I need exactly the simple subject. Why? Because I need to check the meaning of the sentence. Is this sentence or fragment? Yes or no? So I need only to know the simple subject, the simple predicate, the verb. So here it's the same. Who or what rose? So out of the beaker, rose. What rose out of the beaker? Well, yes or no?
No, it's a rose.
Rose is a verb, but what rose?
The food.
That is. By logic, why beaker is not subject?
Because it's not the thing that got out. It's not the thing that did the verb.
So that is logically it's not. Feel it? So it's yes or no? So this is you know it or you judge it by logic. But later in the test, the sentence will be long and difficult. So sometimes you need to know how the structure is made to check it. But we will do it together, inshallah.
Okay.
Find some examples. Now here we have exercises. He wants you to add subject so you can answer it at home very easy. Like that here in the middle of the yard grew. What grew? It can be some beautiful red roses as you like. So you only add subject as you like. Simple exercise. Now is predicate. Predicate means the verb of the sentence. Okay? So, for example, the ambulance rest out. What rest out?
The ambulance.
So ambulance here is subject. Did you catch it?
Yes.
If I take the verb and the rest of the sentence like that, it's called the complete predicate. But I don't care about it because I need only the simple predicate, the verb only. So let's find it. Here, for example, Diego may have borrowed. What is the verb? All of these.
I
Okay,
have
but
one. Okay.
we have three. We have three verbs. So which one? All of it. But we have main action, main verb, and then helping verbs. Helping verbs. How? And why it's called helping verb? It helps you. For example, may to tell you it's a possibility and it's a present. Have borrowed to tell you it is in the past. Like that here are the subject plural. And the tell you are following its present continuous tense. So the helping verb help me to know a lot of information. Like that example, should Marshall may have used here should to tell you its advice and have used to tell you its past and used to tell you the main action. Here it's like I know it's about the helping verb or auxiliary verb. Like all of these could be auxiliary verb, but for me, I don't care. It's helping or it's main, but we have verb or not. Do we have verb or not? And does the verb complete the meaning of the subject or not? For example, here, if I delete are wrong, if I delete following and write are like that wrong, because the verb phrase is missing.
Mm.
That is the point. Okay, now let's see the next. Here are simple exercises. You can do it at home, but let's see. Now, in every sentence, we need to know what is the subject and the verb. Let me answer number one. The warm weather sub. This is adjective, noun, of, and uses. Okay. Now ask myself, who or what uses the force of incoming waves? The sport, not the surfing. Surfing is the sport itself. So the word sport, and the sport is singular, and the use is singular. But why not to be warm weather? Warm weather is adjective. The subject must be noun or pronoun. Again,
No.
yeah, the subject must be noun or pronoun only. So be careful. Here again, would make an excellent cross training activity. What? The sports or each of the sports. So each one of the sports. And later we have a lot of details about subject. But here I'm talking about one of the sports, not the sports themselves. One of them, not all. That is perfect. And now let's see for number 8. What is the subject and the verb?
Both is the subject
Sure.
and depend is the verb.
So that is, it could be, but here we have both ends. So what means it means your subject is plural, both something and something.
Yes. And what does this do?
Yeah, that is means here we have subject. But what is the subject? That is the point. Let's see. Yeah, both depend on who or what depend on both. To both is pronoun. Okay, the subject can be pronoun. Simple. You catch it?
Yes.
That is the point. Let's
Yes.
go to the next. So the subject can be noun or pronoun. Let's
Okay.
see is the next one. Here's some exercises revised at home, and here are a lot of exercises. But now we need to check why this one is a fragment. Simply, we have conjunction at the end, the beginning, so we need two clauses. There is no clauses, and that is not a clause. There is no subject or verb, so it's a fragment. So here the answer is fragment. Now tell me why 3 is fragment. What does it lack?
Uh, uh, there's no profound information. I don't know.
Here is there subject? Is there verb? That is a question. Do we have subject and verb? Yes. Look, the saxophonist is subject, but there is no verb. Don't confuse that lingering is a verb. No, lingering is an adjective to the noun node. So there is no verb, so it is fragment.
Mm,
That is a point. Now let's
Yes.
see why number 4 sentence.
Why number 4? Uh,
Why it is sentence? Because it has subject and verb complements. Subject and verb and the meaning clear.
mm,
Now, number 6, what does it lack?
uh, I don't know.
Now, what does it lack? Does it lack subject or verb?
Uh, it lacks it doesn't lack a verb or a subject.
But how? It lacks. Who? It charmed the audience with her delivery. Who? It lacks a subject.
Okay, so okay, and no, charmed is meant to be a verb, and her is the subject.
No, her, it's a pronoun.
Mm,
Who? Who charmed? Who charmed the audience? The delivery? The audience? No, it must be a person. Who can charm the audience? It should be person. So it
Uh,
lacks subject. So it lacks subject. But
mm,
that's mean it needs a subject.
mm.
That's fine. Now let's see the next. All right. Now he tells me about techniques of finding subject. So easy as we did. Ask yourself who did the action. For example, what jumped?
Uh, I don't know.
Already here he said, read the sentence. Into the pond, it jumped the frog. So the frog jumped into the pond. So frog subject and the jump verb and then complements to complete the meaning. So that is sentence.
Mm, mm.
Now again, please close the window. What is the subject?
Uh, the subject there's no subject.
No, there is subject because I'm talking to you. So I'm giving you the order.
Please.
So use the subject and close the verb. So is it sentence or
Mm,
not? So it's a sentence.
it's a sen-
That is the point. It is a sentence. That's why. But it's called in English hidden subject because when we give order or request, we don't write. See
mm,
that? That is the point. Now let's see for the next. Now the share working, all right. Now we need to check together what is the subject and verb in this sentence and why. Already the answer is here, but we need to check who ran a carpet sweeper business. This person, yes or no? It's correct.
Yes.
Again, who or what improved many Salvation Army services? She. Oh, she is pronoun. Okay, all the personal pronouns can be subject. As you know, personal pronouns. I, he, she, it. All of these can be subject, yes, because it refers to human.
Mm.
Again, who or what tired? End, force, term, general, army, salvation. Who retired? This person. So this is subject. Yes or no? You catch it?
Yes.
That is right. Now, Dr. Shannon, we are going to know a new technique of finding the subject and the verb. What's it? Delete all the prepositional phrases in the sentence, and that can help you to find the subject and verb. Now, let's know what is prepositional phrase. Prepositional phrase, it means a phrase starts with a preposition. So that is the beginning of the phrase. The problem is, what is the end of the phrase? So let's read. Of the woman voted. If you find the verb,